Hello grade 9s. Today we're going to do Excel revision, and we are using this worksheet, that one, and the instructions are here. First thing we're going to do is cell A1, change the font to Comic Sans, that's the font name, and the size of the font will be 28 points. So you click on cell A1. Now remember, if you can't see your menu, if you click over there, and you'll see that we have this ribbon display options. Click on that and it says auto hide. If you don't want to auto hide, you just click on here, show tabs and commands. And now you can have the ribbon permanently over there. This is a ribbon with a whole lot of tabs on the top here for you to choose from. We're going to the home tab, click on A1. We have to choose Comic Sans, so click the drop down arrow there and scroll all the way down until we see the right word, and it has to be 28 points. So we're going to choose 28. If 28 is not there, you type in the number 28. If you don't see 28, you will see 28. If it was 27, you'd go and type in a 27 and then you click away, but they want us to have 28, so that's easy. Next one, cells A2 to E2. I'm going to click on A2, and with this cross here, you're going to hold the left mouse button down and select to E2, and it is merge and center. So on the home tab, you'll see a merge and center button. We're not going to click the drop down arrow, we're just going to click on merge and center, and there it is. Then A4 to A6, right alignment and yellow full color. So we're going to go click on A4, and then with this white cross, we're going to drag down to select A4 to A6, right align, and find that full color. If there's a drop down arrow, if it's not the right color, you can go to the drop down arrow and choose the yellow. Next thing, change the format of B4 to B6 to currency with 2 decimals. So we click on B4 and select, hold the mouse down and select the rest of them, and we're going to change it to currency. We go to home, arrow next to font, and number, and currency, and it's automatically 2 decimals. Click OK. Why didn't mine change? Let's go back again. Number, currency, OK. Right, I've got a little bug in my little program. Number, let's go to accounting and see if it makes any difference. Nope. I'm not in formula view, am I? Oh yes, I'm in formula view. That's why you won't see it. So let me go out of that, formulas, and then untick that show formula, and now it'll be fine. You'll see there are hashtags there. Well, that just means the cell's not big enough, so you can go between B and C and double click, and there you'll have it. So as you can see, that has worked. Did go to format and currency. Home tab, font, number, currency. Okay, I had an accounting. Accounting is more or less the same, but currency is the one they wanted, so we can use that. Right, now the next instruction says resize the columns to fit. Yep, just like I did with this column here. Here we have to go between A and B and double click, between C and D, double click, D and E, double click, E and F. So that's resizing the columns to fit. Between these letters at the top here, you'll see a double-edged arrow. If you move your mouse there and double click, and just do that for all of them. Oops, I don't want that one to be that wide, so I'm not going to worry about that one now. Total sales and commission and so on. So as you can see, you double click between the A and the B with a double-edged arrow, and it automatically resizes to fit whatever's in the cells. Okay, next thing. Insert a row for Joan Kramer. She has sold 78 tickets for the folk festival, 117 for concert tickets. All we have to do is go at the bottom here and type the surname. Kramer, Joan. I think it was 78 and 117. That didn't say anything about the t-shirt sale, so I'm just going to put in a note there. Okay, you might see this is in the wrong place. Let me just move this down because all of these are in the wrong place here. You don't have to do that, but I'm just saying mine was wrong. This spreadsheet was wrong, so I just moved them down because that heading total sales is in the wrong place. I was supposed to go to actually insert a row. You right click on the cell on the row number and then you click on insert. See what happened there? If I right clicked and then insert, then the blank row comes up. But I want to delete those, so I don't need them, so I'm going to right click and delete. Yeah, that's what we're supposed to have done. Insert the row. Right, what else? Center alignment. A9 to R17. Must be center aligned and bold. Let's go to A9. Where is it? There it is. And all the way down to 17. And then all the way across to, I'm actually going to make it all the way across to K17. Although I suppose we can just do what they say, but I'm going to do it that way. So you highlight the range of cells that you're told to highlight. Fine, I'll go and highlight A9 to AR17 like such. Alright, so that was quite tricky. Remember, you use that cross sign to highlight with the mouse. Center alignment and bold. So let's go to center alignment there. There's our center alignment button. B for bold. Then the dark blue color border. Oh, the dark blue color means the font must be dark blue color. And the borders inside and outside. So font dark blue. So we click on the arrow and choose our dark blue. And borders inside and outside. Very quick border. Short cut to all the borders. We just click that drop down arrow and click on all borders. Done. Next one. Right. So we have C, E, G, H, and I. So we have to select those 5 cells, C9, G, E9, C9, E9, G, H, and R9. So we click on C, hold the control key, click on E, then keep holding the control key, then we click on G, and keep holding the control key, and click on H, and then I, then let go of the control key and the mouse, and we have to make it orientation 90 and center, vertical and horizontal. So to do that, you go to the arrow next to font. It's our magic menu here. We go to alignment, choose orientation to 90, and center, horizontal, and vertical must be center as well. Horizontal center and vertical center, and there we have it. And then we click OK, and that's that done. Looks weird, but that's how it is. Next one, cell D10. Insert a formula that will calculate the sales of an employee. Multiply the number of tickets sold per folk festival with the unit folk festival ticket price and use absolute reference, absolute cell referencing, and copy the formula down. Right, so what that is, we're going to multiply this 110 by that 50. But you don't calculate in your head. You've got to go and click on the cells while you multiply it. So first of all, you go and click on D10, type an equal sign, take your mouse, click on the  110, then type star for multiply, then click on the 50 up here, that B4. Can you see it's C10 times B4? Now if we don't use absolute cell addressing and we copy it down with our little plus sign in the bottom right hand corner, we drag down, what's going to happen? Can you see there's some errors there? That doesn't look right when we copied it down. So what we have to do is we have to lock the reference to B4. That 50 Rand has to be locked. In other words, it mustn't change when we copy it down. So we put $1 in front of the B and $1 in front of the 4. So that cell stays B4 no matter where we copied it. Then we press enter, and now we're going to drag down with a little to copy the formula down with our plus sign, bottom right hand corner, drag down and let go, and now everything's fine. So you see, if I double click the cell, I can see my formula there. Those dollar signs basically are called absolute cell referencing. That's the fancy word for locking the cell so that it doesn't change when we copy it down. We'll do it again in the next one. So the next instruction was for that to use the concert ticket price multiplied by the number of concert tickets. So we're going to click over here where it says concert sales, type an equal sign, then click on that 143, then type a star to multiply, and then click on this 90 Rand here for concert ticket price. Now remember, it's the same story. We want to copy it down, so B5 must stay B5, so we put $1 in front of the B and $1 in front of the 5. Press enter, and then we're going to copy it down. Now you'll see there's something wrong with this spreadsheet, and that is that this has been formatted to currency, which we don't want for some unknown reason. These folk festival tickets are supposed to be 110, and not 110 Rand. So I'm going to change that format back to number with no decimal places, and now it's fine. So I'm going to do the same here with column E for the concert tickets. Highlight all of those concert tickets, arrow next to font on the home tab, and go to number and choose number and no decimal places and click OK. So now that looks better, doesn't it? Same with the t-shirts. These are the number of t-shirts that were sold. These are salespeople selling these things. Let me just get rid of my menu here so I can select better. There we go. So I've highlighted all those numbers in rands. We don't want them in rands, we want them in integers. So go to the home tab, arrow next to font, go to number tab, number, no decimal places, and click OK. So now we'll carry on with our t-shirt sales, which will be, we have to multiply the number of t-shirts by that 100 Rand over there, B6. So I'm going to click here where it says t-shirt sales, type an equal sign, click on the 70, type a star, then click on the 100, and before I press enter, I'm going to put $1 in front of that B6. Can you see that's B6? $1 in front of the B, $1 in front of the 6, press enter, and then I'm going to copy that formula down. And we're done. Now you'll notice that yeah, I've actually resized that column there a bit, which I didn't have to do. We'll keep it like that. Now total sales is going to be all these figures, the t-shirt sales, the concert sales, and the festival sales. If I look at this carefully, this should be turned normally, and that can be upside down. So actually this one, look, you see this t-shirt sales should be the same, it should look the same as concert sales, don't you agree? So what I'm going to do is quickly change this format to look like this one here. So to do that, I click on this cell, and then I'll right click and I'll find my paintbrush up there. Another place to find the paintbrush is right over here. If you click on the cell, go to your home tab, and then you click on the paintbrush, and then you're going to go, and you see my mouse pointer is now turned to a paintbrush. When I go click on t-shirt sales, there it automatically changed to look the same as that one, and now I'm happy. For total sales, I want to add H, F, and D, the festival sales plus the concert sales plus the t-shirt sales. So I'm going to go over here for I10, type an equal sign. I'm going to click on H10, then type a plus sign, then I'm going to click on F10, type a plus sign, and then I'm going to click on D10, and then press enter. Then I'm going to copy that formula down, not so. So let's copy it down. There we go. That with our little plus sign in the bottom right hand corner, remember? Now what we have to do is 4%, we're going to put a 4% commission of all total sales, and that's going to be for each employer. So we're going to calculate 4% of each one of these numbers. So here in the commission, I'm going to click over here, type an equal sign, then I'm going to click on total sales. I'm just calculating the 4%, then type a star, and then type 4, then type a forward slash, and then type 100, and that will be I10 times 4 divided by 100, press enter, and that is the commission for that person. I'm going to copy that down with my plus sign, holding the left mouse button. Remember, copying, you move your mouse to the bottom corner of the cell, you find that plus sign, you hold the left mouse button down and you drag, and that is formula is copied across. Now what we're going to do here, we're going to put in the remark in this cell over here. We're going to say if the total sales is more than 14,000 Rand, we're going to say excellent, otherwise we'll return the remark below. So we're going to check this total sales here, and we want to write the word excellent here if it's more than 14, or below over here if it's less than 14 or equal to 14. So we type an equal if open brackets. Now when you type equal if open brackets, you'll see there are 3 little parameters here. This first one is the logical test. We want to, the logical test is this. We're going to go click on our total sales, type a greater than sign, and type our 14,000. So that is our test. We're testing to see if this cell here, we clicked on I10 to see if it's greater than 14,000. Then we type a semicolon, and then you'll see that the next thing that we have to put in is now going to be, if it's true, we're going to type a value. We're going to type excellent if it's true, and close it in double inverted commas. You hold the shift key and you type your double inverted commas on the keyboard, then semicolon, and then if it's not, we'll just type the word poor in double inverted commas and close the brackets. Can you see that? What we did was we typed equal if, we opened brackets, we clicked on the cell, and then we typed a greater than sign, and then we typed our number, then a semicolon, then excellent in double inverted commas, semicolon, and then poor in double inverted commas, and then we closed our bracket. Press enter. Right, fine. Greater than 14,000. Well, am I supposed to put that in double inverted commas? I don't think so. Unless my computer's really playing. No. If that is greater than, shall we put an equal sign in there? See if that works. try it again. Equal if, open brackets, if that is greater than 14000, semicolon. Why is it not giving me my value? Maybe it's got to be a comma. Oh, it's got to be a comma. In some computers it's a semicolon, in some computers it's a comma that separates these three things. So on my particular computer it's a comma that's separating these parameters of the formula. So in yours it might be a semicolon. At school it definitely is a semicolon. So there it is. Now I did the same thing, but I didn't use a comma between the two. I used a semicolon. Sorry, I didn't use a semicolon between these three. I used a comma. These three things, can you see there's a comma there, there's a comma there, there's a comma there, and that's, here's the comma if true, that's the if false, and this is the condition over here, the logical test in other words, and I press enter and it's fine. So now I'm going to click on it again, plus sign, bottom right hand corner, drag down, and there we have it. So now we've discovered that this particular computer that I'm working on, separators with commas, not semicolons. Right, now let's go and do our sorting. This is sorting. I'm going to sort all the data according to surname. And the rest of those are all formulas which we will follow from the sheet. But we're going to sort all of this data. And so you can see it better. Let me just minimize the screen a bit. So all of these things here, let me go and do that a bit there. Right, so everything over here, you have to sort, you have to highlight these things like this. You click on A10, you don't highlight the headings. These are headings. You only highlight the data underneath the headings, and you don't select this. But you have to select the range, the block of cells that you want to sort. And we're going to sort according to this employee name here, because there's a surname actually. So we highlight that block, and then we go to the data tab up there, click on sort, and then you'll see we have this little button here that says my data has headers. See what happens when you do that. We're clicking it on and off. We turn it off for now. Maybe yours will have to turn it on, but we turn it off when we choose column A, and then that is it. We just choose column A, sort by column A, and click OK. It's order A to Z. That's fine. You click OK, and now it's done. Now we'll get on to the difficult formulas. Here's a whole lot of questions that we have to do here. We're going to first right align all of these cells. So we highlight them all, and let's right align them so we can see them better. We go to the Home tab, and we click this Align Right button. Okay, so that's that done. Now we're going to do the formula in each of these options here. We're going to work on this sales column. Actually, this is the total sales column, yes. So first of all, we want the total of that total sales column. So we're going to say equal sum, open brackets, and then we're going to highlight all the cells. We don't have to close the brackets, and we press enter. Okay, now this shouldn't have been there. Delete that. Now for the highest cells, we want to get the highest of all of these ranges, so we say equal max, open brackets, and then we highlight with our mouse and the cross. We highlight and then we press enter. Second highest sales is equal large, open brackets, and can you see there's two things that have to go in, an array and K. Array means all the cells that we're selecting, so we're going to select the range. We click on that first one, and then with the white cross we drag down to the second one. And now at school it's a semicolon, over here it's a comma, and I'm going to type a 2, close brackets, and then press enter. Now the lowest sales will be equal min, open brackets, and then we highlight all the cells, and then we press enter. Third lowest will be equal small, open brackets, and there's two things. So large is for the second highest or the third highest or the fourth highest. Small is for the second lowest or the third lowest or the fourth lowest. So we say equal small, open brackets. Just like with large, we're going to highlight the range and then comma or semicolon and 3 close brackets and press enter. Average sales, easy, equal average, type the word average, open brackets, and highlight all of the numbers and press enter. Now, quantity of sales greater than 100. How many of these numbers is greater than 10,000? We want to count. Count if is the function we use. So we say equal count if, open brackets, so then you'll see your tooltips come up, range and criteria. So the range will be our selection. We're going to select all our cells. Then we're going to use a comma or a semicolon, and then we're going to say in double inverted commas, greater than 10,000, close double inverted commas, close the brackets. So remember, it's a double inverted comma, not two singles together. So you hold the shift key and type the double inverted commas to quote the greater than 10,000. After you've done that, you close the brackets, press enter. That should be formatted to a number format, not so. So I'm going to go and quickly do that. Number, no decimals, it's better. Okay, see what I did there? I clicked on the cell, go to the home tab, arrow next to font, go to the number tab, number, no decimal places, okay. Right, now let's round total sales to a whole number. This number over there, which is already rounded to a whole number, so we can just do it again because the formula says. So we'll say equal round. Well, let's round the average sales to a whole number. That makes more sense, eh? Let's round the average sales to a whole number. Not the total, the average. Because that's already got a decimal point there. So we say equal round, open brackets. Now the cell we're going to round is that one. And then comma, semicolon, number of digits, 0, because it's to a whole number. If it's one digit, it's round to one decimal place. So we rounded it to a whole number. Now how do we put in today's date? Equal today. We type equal, then the word today, and then we open bracket, close bracket, just like that, and then you press enter, and there's today's date. Right, now we're going to have another question here. If the total sales is greater than, actually it should be 100,000, not 10,000. 100,000. We're going to display a good job, otherwise we'll display keep trying. Right, so this is an if statement. Equal if, open brackets. If this total sales there, we click on it, comma, oh no, not comma, sorry, if it's greater than 1 naught, and there's 6 noughts there, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 noughts, yeah, then comma or semicolon. We're going to put in double brackets, double inverted commas, good job, close double inverted commas, comma or semicolon, and we'll put the other word, keep trying, ding, ding, there we go. Okay, there's 3 things, 1, 2, 3, and they're separated by commas in this case, but semicolon if you're at school. So, good jobs in double inverted commas, keep trying, double inverted commas, press enter, and there we have it. And that's all today, folks. So we'll see you on the next one.